Welcome to session one of Introduction to Ruby Scripting in Infoworks ICM. So this is Mohit Gupta, and I've been using Infoworks ICM for about 8 to 9 years now, and I've been using Ruby scripting and SQL from such about like 5 years. So I just had an idea, like I just create few sessions to let people know how to do scripting in Ruby. Uh, it's a basic one, and I do understand there are a lot of AI agents where you can just simply do a prompt and create a script which is compatible to Infowork ICM, but still there are some limitation to those ones. And if they create a script which is not working for you, so you just need to know a basic knowledge of Ruby where you can just tweak a little bit. So what I believe is everyone should be who is using Ruby scripting or generating through AI should have a knowledge of basic knowledge of Ruby scripting. So this is a introductory session where I would be just focusing on what is Ruby and how it was when it was developed, and how what's the two phases, how you two things you can use Ruby. One is UI and Exchange. We'll try to run a very basic script, famous one like hello world, from both the ways, from one from UI and one from Exchange. And this total would be having around 10 to 12 sessions. I will try to keep a bit short. Every session weighs something around 10 to 15 minutes so that none of you guys get bored. But I will just try to keep it interesting by keeping example uh, for you to solve it before coming to the next sessions. Uh, so yes, get dive into these ones. So this is an introduction. So Ruby is basically a language, and where you see every InfoWork ICM, WS Pro Info Asset Manager is built on. It is required for automation. It is required when you need like direct access to the network data. It is powerful logical control, and there are two flexible ways to run user interface and exchange, which we are going to discuss in detail in few slides. So what I just believe is just don't go with the flow. I believe automate it. Coming to the next slide. So this is a language of auto modeling automation. So basically it was born in Japan in somewhat early 1990s. And it was a fun language and easy to understand. It's kind of similar to a Python, like who is expert in Python can won't be a problem for a guy to learn the new scripting Ruby, even if you don't know it. So we are just trying to do it from very basic. Uh, and it is versatile and it is powerful language. So which can be used for web developing, desktop and mobile applications. Ruby on Rails is famous to create, I guess, web developments sites, just like a Java. And Ruby in modeling, like all the background thing in ICM WS Pro Info Asset Manager, they runs on Ruby, and they just run in two parts. In one in software UI, and another is command line exchange. So that's a exchange method, which is a different one, and they are different a little bit. And we discussed about the product support. So we currently, as far I know, is Infowork ICM, InfoAsset Manager, and WS Pro. This is a high level differentiation between the Exchange and UI Ruby scripting. So first one is ICM Exchange, and the another one is UI Ruby. So if you see, ICM Exchange basically runs on a command line. So you just open CMD prompt on from your start menu, and uh, like you change the directory you try to access through files through the CMD ones, you just do the same. I'll explain how exactly we are doing it. And in UI, obviously, you need to have a user interface. You need to open the Infowork ICM, and then you can run the script. So you actually need to load script into the UI. Feature two is run in UI. Obviously, if you don't have a UI, it can't run in UI. So if you open a UI, then it can run there. You can edit network in both the features. Um, for in order to create a database, so what you can do is you can create database, basically. Uh, Network runs, event, selection list, database, everything. Uh, in this one, actually, you cannot do anything except creating a selection list. So Exchange win this part. It is much more flexible when you are trying to create a database and run anything, or trying to create any selection list or network like parents, children's, and trying to manage your database, which shows in ICM on your left side. Uh, you cannot create dialog boxes like we do need some prompts like uh, there are many prompts which we use for user interface. Like if we are selecting some pipes, then when we are running a script, then we'll just ask which pipe diameter you need to run there. You just keep 300. So that's sort of like a dialog box pop up, which cannot be done through the ICM Exchange, but it can be done through UI. It's just similar like if you have done any coding in VBA or Python, the dialog box comes, press yes or no, or press any enter value to continue the code. So yes, that's I believe a very basic code, which is a famous Hello World one. So I will explain you how I'm going to write this code, and you can follow along with me. So basically, for this one, you can use any code editor. You can use VS Code, or you can use PyCharm. So I have VS Code installed here, so I would be more comfortable there. So you can just use PyCharm anywhere, and we can write these codes. So this is a simple one where what I'm saying here is like greeting equals to hello world and assigning a variable a value and then printing it out. So we can see what would be the results. So greeting basically a variable. Can you can assign any word to it, and when you type hello word is basically in a inverted commas. So everything inverted comma is treated as a string like all other languages, and whatever irrespective of lowercase uppercase whatever you write, you just put it in inverted comma, it's gonna print it as it is. And puts is the print statement actually. So whenever you type puts equals to greeting, so it's gonna print out whatever the output greetings gonna give. So it is an output method for this. uh, so it's a very basic one. So if you are running in Ruby script in UI, so you can run through the user share and custom actions. Uh, and this is basically you can navigate through file and database management, and you can try to use user custom actions or the shared custom actions. So there are, there are like in total, I believe 20 for now, Ruby script you can add into your database. Uh, Custom is basically, if I had to give a example, like it will be just custom for you, and no one else can see even if you have loaded. So every time when you open the ICM on your desktop, you would be able to see it. Shared custom action is more like a flexible one if you're working on workspace, and if you shared. with the shared custom action, so other person can also see and run the script. So nothing major difference. So I can um, show you this one here. So if you go to this edit file, data management, and user action. So here we just need to give a sign out of 10 any user action, and action title you can give what the UV does. And we generally assign the Ruby script, which path which you're running. So we'll just for this one, I'm just gonna assign this dot Ruby. This is I just created for this session. And once you do it, and then it gonna pop up here. And this is something which we are not using currently, but it is simple. Like you can add any rainfall event, or you can add selection lists. You can add your store query, which you can run it through this one. So you can do anything from there. If you press OK afterwards, it's gonna pop up like this here. And from here, you can just simply run your script. Uh, so if you are familiar with this one, so this is something like VS coding, VS Code, and you just create a new file here. And I just created a new file. So when you do this one here, so basically what I just do, I just right click here and go to text document. And this text document, I just try to rename like hello world. And then this dot txt, I will just change to dot rb. And then it will save as a Ruby extension. And then if I just try to write it through open, try to this one, so it will automatically open in the VS Code. So this is something which I already done with this one, and I put it like puts hello. And same thing if you do, you puts hello. And if you just try to save this one by clicking here, and then you minimize this, and if you try to run here, you will see hello world will come. So this script, whatever you make changes, it is gonna come here. So one important thing, like it is better to add a Ruby extension in this one. So because you just Ruby LSP or Ruby. I think LSP is more compatible now. We just add it because it gives you all smart coding feature that make writer Ruby's easier, faster, or safer, especially when you are working with Infowork ICM Ruby scripting or WS Pro Ruby scripting. And we'll just go again on this part. And this is something like how you gonna run the script from UI. And for the next slide, we gonna take it from this. And if I just have to go to the next slide. So this is something like how we gonna need to run the Ruby script with Exchange. Um, so it is defined into three different part. First is exchangeable executable path. So this is something your product license, uh, and like whatever you are running. I think for 2024 ICM Exchange, it is ICM Exchange.exe execution file, or for the invoice, it says something else. So I'm not sure. But yeah, this I will tell you like how to find these ones. So whenever you go this one, so you just paste it over here till execution, and then a Ruby script path. So whatever the Ruby script path you get, we just paste it over here, and then you put a forward slash and whatever the product you are using. If you're using ICM, put ICM. If using WS Pro, use WS Pro here. So the whole thing is need to be get into the CMD prompt command, and from there you just simply press enter, and it will go through the exchange, and it will go through your uh, script, and it will open ICM and it will run the code. Uh, so how do we do it? So if you see, this is, I have kept it open here already. So if I just clear this, uh, see, yes, yep. If I clear this, and if I just try to uh, take a full path of this one. So this is the execution file you will get. And if you just press shift here and left click, you can copy as path, or I think there are many other ways how you can copy as path as well from here. And what you need to do is first paste here, press space, and if you do it your exchange path, so again this one, press shift, and you're gonna copy as path in the command line and paste it over here, and then forward slash, and I'm gonna run in ICM. So that's it. I just press enter. Yep, it will run. It run on the other screen. So yeah, it will just open ICM and run your script. So it is as it is, as it is. So this is should be all right. And yes, this is an introductory one, and I just wanted to show how the different things are in Ruby script in Exchange and UI. And thank you so much.